Merchandising.
Yeah, that's a good way to start this. That lets people know that we're still their regular old friends that don't want anything from them except their money.
Now
What's up?
We've got merch for you.
Go to wehaveconcerns.com/shop and check out the new Brock Life t-shirt, Salmon Cannon t-shirt, Jetpack Rescue Squad t-shirt, so many t-shirt. Citizen, and it's just like, no, just go fucking play EVE Online with everybody else.
I guess.
This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Cannata.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens.
We have what might be my favorite story we've ever done. This I have to thank Bill Andrews, who I don't think we've heard from him before. Maybe we have. I'm just not remembering it. But
it's a very memorable name. So if it had come up before, I feel like I would have known.
Bill Andrews sent us the story to wehaveconcernshow@gmail.com, and it has everything. It has everything we look for. I'm so excited to tell you about this, Anthony. This is the story. I really hope you've never heard of this.
Okay.
Because I hadn't. This is the story of the Royal Fraternity of Master Metaphysicians. Have you ever heard of the Royal Fraternity of Master Metaphysicians?
No.
No, but you're already in love with it, just like I was. This is a real thing that happened in 1939. They're a secret cult called the Royal Fraternity of Master Metaphysicians that was headed by a dude named James Bernard Schafer.
Okay.
Real dude, crazy crank crackpot cult leader, but had himself some ideas.
Tell me about these ideas.
He basically milked people out of their monies.
Sure.
He sold like $100 metaphysical certificates that said you're a member, and he basically is a total con artist.
Yeah.
Right. As these people always are. But what he decided to do with the money that he got is quite amazing. He purchased an estate, a secret compound for the Royal Fraternity of Master Metaphysicians. And he decided, I'm so excited to tell you about this. He decided to create an immortal baby.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. He firmly believed that...
Out of what?
He firmly believed, metaphysically speaking, that we only die because we know there's a concept of death.
Right. And that's why animals don't die.
Right. That's why animals don't die. It's QED, right?
Yeah. Animals have no concept of mortality, and that's why they live forever.
Have you ever seen an animal die? No, you haven't.
This guy has cracked it.
So what he did was, in 1939...
Have you ever sat in the morning on a beautiful spring morning and just continuously in your driveway bashed a dandelion or a sunflower with a hammer over and over and over again, just screaming die, and it won't?
It won't, because it doesn't know.
A plant can't understand death.
Plants have never died in the history of plants.
There has never been plant death. That is why we are constantly overrun with rainforests and vine growth.
Yeah. That's why when you buy flowers for your beloved, they last forever.
They last forever, just like love. That's why flowers are a metaphor for love and beauty, because they never fade and they aren't fleeting. Get on board with this fraternal order of metaphysicians.
Here's what he did. In 1939, he found a woman, a New York City waitress by the name of Catherine Gaunt.
Yeah.
She was too poor to raise her newborn daughter, is it? Wait, it's Jean. I think it's daughter.
Okay. So he was like, that's the baby.
That's the baby. They adopted. They didn't formally adopt the baby, but they took the baby from her and said, we, the Royal Fraternity of Master Metaphysicians, will raise the baby.
They show up in a diner in like cloaks.
It's amazing.
It is I, the leader of the Royal Order, the Royal Fraternity. What are we called? It's the Royal Fraternity of Master Metaphysicians.
All right. Would you like the blue plate special or the we got
just show me a menu. What do you read everything off to everyone? That is highly inefficient.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to be as helpful as I can. And you let me know when you want some. We got coffee. We got...
What do you have that will nourish my very soul? That will elevate my intellect to the next level of light?
Well, the pecan pie is delicious.
Then the pecan pie I shall have!
Okay, I want to order a pecan pie coming right up. Oh, there's quite a few of you, aren't there?
We will take all of the pecan pie, and with it we will ascend. We will ascend to the next level of the pyramid, and we shall look down upon this diner, and we shall say unto this diner, what is your name?
Clarice.
Clarice was an able servant and gave us the pecan pie we needed, and it was good. And when the judgment comes, and all of those who do not understand metaphysics are destroyed and crushed under our heel, Clarice, you shall be last. Also, I left my wallet in the Uber. I cannot pay you.
I was wondering if that was going to take the place of a tip, and yes, of course it
Here's
would.
a tip. Don't serve pecan pie to a bunch of dudes in shady cloaks without getting payment. Good day.
Hey, come back here with my pecan pie. It's kind of like that. They took this baby on from her mother. Yeah, it is a female. Jean Gaunt is the name of the tiny infant that they took under their wing, and they brought her back to the compound. And they gave her a private nursery, and they had attendants for her 24 hours a day. She was constantly watched over, and she was never allowed to hear mention of death or disease. She was never exposed to any bad or destructive thoughts. No unkind words were ever spoken in her presence. She was given an all-vegetarian eternity diet, they called it.
What's in the eternity diet?
It was devoid of alcohol, tobacco, coffee, tea, mustard, vinegar, spices. She would never consume any of those things. She received constant instruction in the group's philosophy. And was...
Oh my God, they made the weakest, frailest, most inept human being. It's like a Dalai Lama without the enlightenment. It's like if they took the kid up to the monastery and then were like, I don't know, you want like candy and Nintendo?
Yeah.
You're great. You're the best.
It's not even candy and Nintendo because they probably weren't allowed shit.
Yeah.
It was just like they nerfed her entire universe.
Yeah.
They just created the soft padding of life in one tiny little nursery.
Never exposed, not only never exposed to bad thoughts, to things that this sort of build character and sort of give you an idea of what things are about, give you like a critical thinking, but also like literally never exposed to physical germs and stuff like that.
Right.
Must have been very weak. I just picture just a tiny lady with bird bones.
Yeah, just like kept in a series of pillows all the time with only feather clothes, and cotton around her.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she's just the softest places.
Just breathes too hard and bruises. What do you do when this kid has an inevitable nightmare? Because that's how brains work.
I think his whole point metaphysically is that
he can't.
The brain won't know that there's anything to be afraid of because it's never exposed to any fear-creating ideas.
That's not how the limbic system works, dog.
Well, hey, man, don't tell me.
That's not how fight or flight works.
My favorite thing about this article, well, there's a million things I love about this article, but there's pictures from this time that they took, pictures with this dude Schafer playing with baby Jean. There's a picture of her.
What is he wearing?
What do you think he's wearing?
Is he wearing a robe?
No, he's wearing a three-piece suit like any respectable cult leader. He's wearing like his
I want him to
Carl
be wearing
Jung outfit.
I want him to be wearing wizard cloaks and shit. But he's going Kellogg. He's going Dr. Kellogg.
Yes.
Okay. He's this is medicine.
Yeah. This is the Scientology mold.
All right.
This is there's a picture of her.
Yeah.
There's a picture of her that is captioned, "Baby Jean celebrates her first 6 months of immortality." Celebrating her first 6 months of immortality. They didn't celebrate birthdays.
Right.
They celebrated demarcation lines along the path toward immortality. So
that's a problem right there, right? Because there is no path.
Right.
You're immortal or you're not. You don't demarcate. If you're immortal, you don't demarcate how many years you've been immortal, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You never meet a vampire in an Anne Rice novel that's like, I'm 472 and a half. They always go, oh, I am weary.
Yes.
I am weary and it has been centuries and I want to bone.
I want to bone down, and it sucks not knowing if there's anything bad that ever happens in the world, but that's the only thing that created me to make me immortal, so I guess that's what...
So like, they raised her like this.
Yeah. How long do you think this lasted?
How long were they able to keep her there?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's
18 years.
18 years.
They kept her for 18 years.
They kept her for 15 months. It lasted.
So we don't know if it works.
We don't know. It could have been totally on the right path. They could have been completely figured it out.
Look, lady, if you're going to give your baby over to some shadesters in a diner that promise immortality, you can't take I'm just saying.
That's exactly what happened. She showed up in December of 1940.
Did she not know what they were going to do?
I can't think that she knew what they were going to do. I think she was like, oh, a lovely home for the kid. And he's like, yes, of course.
Yes, of course. She'll be raised in the utmost comfort and never know any harm or hurt.
He says he explained that now the parents have adjusted themselves and they want her back. So they showed up because they didn't officially adopt her. They showed up and they said, we want her back, and they had to give them to her.
Oh. The parents have adjusted. So it's like, oh, we're in a better place now. We have a little more money. We can raise this kid. Hey, Weirdy.
Yeah.
Give me my kid.
Can we have our... But we're making her immortal. She's going to be immortal any day now.
Yes.
Did you see the picture from 6 months into immortality?
Jesus, look how immortal she looks.
Yeah.
6 months. This is the way she looks.
Don't stand too close to her.
She's radiating pure light.
Do not raise your voice or cause any kind of...
No one raise your voice. Never raise your voice around the child.
She shan't hear any consternation.
Only the quietest of tones. Listen, we're just gonna. You guys didn't adopt her. We're just gonna.
We were going through some rough times.
We appreciate the help.
We lost a lot of money on all that pecan pie that got stolen.
After my mom died. No!
No! Do not talk about death.
I'm melting. I'm not melting. I thought I would melt. I didn't melt.
You told him.
I'm rethinking a lot of things.
You told him about death though, and that
you kind of ruined the whole thing.
You put a real.
We put 15 months into speaking incredibly quietly to this child.
You really harshed our mellow.
Yeah. We're usually very calm. But now you have upset us.
Oh, upsetting is the enemy of long life.
This baby is nothing now. Take the baby.
Take the baby. She is sullied.
Yeah, okay. You guys are fucking weird.
Take the pecan pie with you as well.
No, leave the pie.
That's right. We enjoy it.
We've changed our minds. Leave the pie.
The pie is part of the immortal diet.
Take the baby, leave the pie.
Leave
Take the gun, leave the cannoli. Godfather.
So, guess what happened to this dude? I'll give you one guess to guess what happened to this guy.
I mean,
James Schafer.
They just took the baby back and there was no issue.
They took the baby back. They raised the baby.
They just took the baby. They were like, give us the baby back. And he's like, cool, here's your baby.
He says,
and then nothing happened to him.
Well, he sent along with the baby detailed instructions to the parents so they could maintain the eternity diet.
Okay.
He said, okay, you can have her back. Cool. But just like, here's a 15-point
We've done a lot of work.
Don't fuck this up for us.
Listen, we really I know it's your kid. It's your kid.
We're totally cool with you taking it back. We sunk a lot of time into this, though.
Have you been calling our daughter an it for 15 months? Yeah, shut up. Listen, we love it.
We love it so much.
We love the object.
The object will one day rule us all. Oh, but did I mention that? By the way, the plan was that she would be the one that takes over for him when he dies.
Sure.
Because she lives forever and she can oversee the royal fraternity.
Here's a little paradox of that, Jeff. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
In order to take over for him, she has to understand what death is.
No!
She has to understand what death is in order to keep the mention of death and disease away from her cult members.
You should really take over. He'll be back shortly. He's just gone. But I'm feeling sad that he's gone.
No! He's not. No, don't worry about that.
And then
he went to where the pie is.
They have to do a very prolonged weekend at Bernie's situation.
It's so that she doesn't ever know. You have to tell this girl that her father is on a father farm upstate. Where all the fathers run around and they're super happy.
I think they weekend at Bernie's for just forever.
They have all the tweed they can want. meerschaum pipes. The little glasses with the wires.
How come Papa never talks to me anymore? No, he does. Look at him move his mouth.
He does.
I'm so happy you're still with us.
Yep, see, that was him.
That was definitely not me.
No. Yeah.
So they gave the parents detailed instructions about the diet, about how to maintain the positivity, and they told the press, because he was evidently interviewed at this time. Schafer, the cult leader, told the press, says whether Jean goes on to be immortal is for her parents to decide.
Wow.
So no pressure.
No pressure. We did what we could.
We tried.
They fucked it.
You know, if you want your kid to die someday, I guess you can parent it however you want.
I guess that's cool. I guess you could raise your own child if you want it to die.
Yeah.
Hey. You want to raise your own kid?
Yeah.
Great. It'll die.
Well, but I will love it and give it a
I love it.
Yeah. And it's not going to die if
it's
it
not going to die.
here.
I swear. And I'm going to feed it like carrots and shit.
Yeah, I have carrots at my house.
Oh, man. Not like this.
Not mortal carrots.
We got eternity carrots. We grow up in an eternity garden.
So the press reported that
Chop them with an eternity blade.
That within hours of her return home,
that I got from a Squaresoft game,
that Jean was happily consuming prunes, which were not part of the eternity diet.
Whoa!
So they brought her home to give her prunes immediately and ruined everything, ruined her immortality. So now you have to decide. You have to tell me what happened to James Schafer, this guy.
Well, he never died, and he's happy. Right?
Went to jail.
Sure, for what?
Obviously for milking people out of their hard-earned dollars.
What are you talking about? What did he do that was illegal?
He there were people who claimed that he swindled them.
Sure.
But
how?
He told that he made them promises and asked them for money.
Great. So what?
So here
I can promise you something and ask you for money. That's not illegal.
Let me read the exact thing here.
Jeff, I swear I'm going to let you finish your next sentence. Give me $20.
He said he tried to shield his wealth by seeking tax exemption status as a religious organization.
Sure.
His followers would give love offerings.
Yeah.
Which are dollars, of course.
Oh, okay.
Fellowship certificates that cost $100.
Sure.
And they were accompanied by checks signed by Schafer and drawn on the, quote, inexhaustible bank of the infinite in universal mind.
Well, that's illegal.
That's a problem.
That's where it gets to be illegal. You should not have done that. Everything up until then in your Scientology, you're living the dream. Right up until you start writing checks against the Bank of the Infinite.
Yeah.
That's a bummer. That's where the law looks at you and goes, I don't think the Bank of the Infinite is a real bank.
What?
Is that FDIC insured for an infinite amount of dollars?
Infinite dollars.
Yeah, no.
Attorney General sent him to Sing Sing in 1942.
And all of the inmates in Sing Sing lived forever.
Yeah.
It was a Green Mile story.
He served 5 years in Sing Sing.
And then mysteriously disappeared, and all that was left in his place were 3 white doves.
That was it.
You should have listened.
3 white doves and some
Bank of the Infinite money.
Some crumbs that looked
with his face on it.
Suspiciously like pecan pie.
Like pecan pie.
He was released from prison, opened a correspondence school in metaphysics in upstate New York.
Love it.
Published a magazine.
Yeah.
And in
Metaphysics Outdoorsman.
Yeah.
For like the active metaphysician.
Yeah, you know, you can't, you got to lead an active lifestyle.
Yeah,
if
less
you
a
want to live
Descartes and more like a,
yeah,
you know, like a Walden.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was hunting.
We're both, I don't think, metaphysicians.
It was a tough article on hunting because it's like you got to hunt, but you can't know about death.
Yeah.
So you're shooting love bullets into animals.
How to hunt without dying or killing. What you hunt are answers, Jeff.
That's right.
About the infinite. Truth.
So,
but what happened to baby Jean?
She wanted to live a life of privacy, but as of 2002, she was still alive and well, and has her kids of her own.
And looked like she was 12.
She didn't want to publicly discuss her history as the immortal baby. But
can you imagine that? Can you imagine? I think about that with like we only 80s kids will remember this, but Baby Jessica in the well.
Sure.
I think I was like 3 or 4 when Baby Jessica was in the well.
Yeah. Everybody knew about
Baby Jessica. But can you imagine Baby Jessica, the immortal baby, all these like something happens to
baby
you.
convention where they all hang out together.
Like a famous baby convention where they all get together.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, oh, hey, you're well, baby, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I'm Immortal, baby. Yeah.
Oh, wow,
yeah.
cool. It's good to meet you. Finally meet you.
I'm a big fan.
No, I've been reading on the newsletter. It has been great seeing all of your contributions to, baby times.
Yeah.
Famous baby times.
I've been trying, Oh, shit. Hold your, don't look over. Don't look over. It's the E-Trade, baby.
Oh.
We have a thing. We have a history. No, but imagine being defined for your entire life by something that happened before you formed concrete memory.
It's pretty wild, right?
You're the Immortal, baby. I literally don't know anything about that asshole.
Or the Olsen
My name
twins.
is Gene, and I'm a fucking paralegal.
Yeah. My first memory is of eating prunes.
Yeah.
So fuck you.
So
I'll tell you what happened with Schafer if I want to close the loop on this dude's tale.
Yeah. After he disappeared.
59 years old.
Yeah.
April 26, 1955. Schafer and his wife Cecilia get in their car, in their garage. They stick a vacuum cleaner hose in the engine pipe and stick it through the floorboards of the garage. Commit suicide, leaving a very detailed suicide note for their instructions.
What everybody is supposed to eat.
Yes. On what their daughter is supposed to be doing. And also stating they had no other way out.
Of what?
They were going to live forever, and they realized it at age 59.
But they weren't, because they already knew about death.
Yeah.
Out of what kind of trouble were they in?
Is this not the most fascinating fucking story ever?
And what's their daughter like?
Oh, you gotta wonder. You gotta wonder what if they were willing to do that to somebody else's kid. Like, how did they raise their own kid?
Holy shit! Can you imagine? All the weird mind games and things they were playing with that kid?
Royal Fraternity of Master Metaphysicians. We gotta resuscitate that, dude.
No, it's a bad organization.
Oh, no, but we would make it good. We would do it right.
Surely infinite power is never corrupted.
Of course, never.
We can make it right.
We can do it if you know what we'll do. We'll do robes instead of 3-piece suit.
Number one.
Start right there.
Number one.
Start right
there. So
there.
everybody knows what they're getting into.
Yeah. Let's go lemon meringue instead of pecan. Or what do you apple? What do you like?
We can workshop that. I don't think the pecan was a problem.
Oh, okay, good. And we'll I have a baby.
The Immortal baby.
Could be Immortal baby. I'll be honest with you.
Does your baby understand shit?
I mean, I do read him some bedtime stories that I probably have already ruined it.
Yeah, like Lovecraft.
Yeah.
A lot of Lovecraft.
I mean, he loves it. He's into it.
What baby doesn't? What baby doesn't want to hear about the hills of Rylea? I think that we should make your baby immortal.
Why not? That way he can carry on our traditions. Do we have traditions?
No.
Let's get some
traditions.
Yeah. The first tradition is making immortal babies.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about this?
Ready to join?
Ready to join? If you are,
send us a pecan pie.
Send us a pecan pie and your baby. But also tweet at us. Let us know how you feel about this when you're ready to join. What skills you can really give to the fraternity of Master Metaphysicians?
That's
like, what do you have to add?
Yeah, everybody has to contribute in their own way.
Just let us know when you're free to join, what you have to give, and just hashtag that pecan pie. God bless you. We'll see you at the next level of the pyramid.